Is the clean energy revolution already falling apart? Or are we just entering the next chapter? As the world races toward a net zero future, reality is starting to bite. Hello everyone, and welcome back to FinEd, your favorite financial education channel. Before we begin, please hit that subscribe button and help us grow our community. So, is the green energy transition in crisis? Or is this exactly the disruption we needed to spark real change? Let's break it all down. The setbacks, the opportunities, and what investors should really be watching when it comes to clean energy. A year ago, energy expert Vaclav Smil published a blunt warning. Zero carbon by 2050? Not likely. His reasoning? The numbers don't lie. Since the Kyoto Protocol in 1997, global carbon emissions have increased by 50%. Yes, we've invested in solar and wind, but fossil fuels, oil, coal, and gas still dominate the world's energy mix. Here's the harsh truth. We need to completely rebuild the world's energy infrastructure in just 25 years. And that's going to require trillions in capital, millions of kilometers in grid lines, and an industrial scale demand for minerals like copper, lithium, and cobalt. To give you an idea, EVs need 5 times more copper than petrol cars. Just replacing the global fleet would need 150 million tons of copper, 7 times what we mine annually. That's just for vehicles. Now, add solar farms, wind turbines, battery storage, and massive new electricity grids. And all of this while interest rates are still high and global cooperation is falling apart. The renewables sector isn't just facing physical challenges. It's also dealing with financial and political ones. For starters, renewable energy has high upfront costs. Unlike coal and gas, where you pay as you burn, solar and wind need the money upfront. That makes them super sensitive to interest rate hikes. And then there's the geopolitical puzzle. Some countries are going full steam ahead, and others, not so much. The US just elected Donald Trump again, which could mean fewer subsidies for renewables and tariffs on imported solar panels. Europe is now prioritizing defense spending, and China is locked in trade wars. And despite all the talk of going green, oil and gas production is still beating forecasts, thanks to US shale. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are still bright spots in the green energy story. First, the weak players have been flushed out. The companies that survived the last few years are leaner, more efficient, and more careful with debt. Second, expectations are now really low. Take First Solar. Its stock valuation has dropped massively, but its fundamentals remain strong. For savvy investors, low expectations equals potential outperformance. Third, energy independence is a major incentive. Countries that don't have oil or gas reserves are doubling down on renewables because it means they control their own energy future. And let's not forget innovation. Battery storage, solar panels, wind tech. It's all getting better, cheaper, and smarter. Green hydrogen and next-gen battery chemistries are also on the radar, even if there's still a few breakthroughs away from scaling. There's also another old player making a comeback: nuclear energy. In Europe, Denmark is reviewing its 40-year ban. Germany and Spain may reverse recent shutdowns. In the US, new policies are fast-tracking nuclear projects, including small modular reactors or SMRs. Even Meta has signed a 20-year deal to source nuclear power. If reactors can be built on time and within budget, nuclear could become a vital part of the energy mix once again. So, if the world isn't moving fast enough toward net zero, where should investors look? Focus on the picks and shovels. The companies building the infrastructure, grid upgrades, battery storage, transmission systems will win no matter what. Think power for data centers, electricity for automation, battery storage for robo-taxis and drones. You don't need a global green revolution to profit from rising demand in these niches. Look, the road to a clean energy future isn't smooth. It's messy, political, expensive, and slow. But that doesn't mean it's not happening. Fossil fuels won't disappear overnight, but renewables and nuclear are increasingly part of the long-term solution. For investors, this means one thing: sentiment alone won't carry you. Returns will come from companies with strong balance sheets, real demand for their products, and valuations based on reality, not hype. Do your homework, understand the landscape, and don't bet the farm on unproven tech. This is no longer about riding the hype wave. This is about smart positioning for the next energy era. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments, are you optimistic about renewables? Or do you think fossil fuels will rule for longer than we think? Until next time, stay informed, stay invested.